Yeah, I
You
put on.
did.
I did.
What's up, everybody? We're back, Midway Radio, episode number 31. Can you believe we've done 30 episodes? That's
nice.
That's not bad. So we've been doing this for just about a year, just over a year, and we've done 30 episodes. So not quite one a week, but it's. I like to think that's respectable.
Close enough.
We try to do more, but anyway, our guest tonight should need no introduction for anybody. But if you don't know who he is, Duro Wicks, the legend himself. Hi, sir. For those of you not watching and just listening, he was waving to us.
Oh, they can hear you? Yeah, they can hear you. Yeah. I'm here.
So yeah, guys. So we got missing a couple people tonight. Carlos is out, and Risky is also out. But hey, that doesn't stop us from continuing what we do. So of course we got B-Boy B in the house. What's up, B? How are you?
What's happening, guys? How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm good. And got Sean Doe.
Yo.
Sean Doe.
Yeah, I can be a DJ at times. What's up, everybody?
So let's quick little midway update. So last week we did a couple of interviews. We did Def C, which was a really dope interview. I had not known him personally before that interview, and good dude, good music. It was a good interview. So
yeah, definitely was, man. I really dug his perspective on. I mean, his answers were really good, and he has a view from being a young MC, mid-20s, so, and he's worked with like Saba and No Name, like he does his thing. So big ups to Def C. He did a really good job Thursday.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to sound like the old man talking about the kids or anything like that, but it's like it's definitely the younger generation doesn't quite take to learning history and kind of like studying up on that kind of stuff, especially within hip hop. But I gotta say, Def C was really like he knew his shit. He knew his shit.
He does. He does.
And then we followed that up with Brian and Mustafa Rock's brother man, now Afroware. So yeah, I don't. Sean, you want to talk a little bit about it?
What was good about our brother man in Afroware clothes was that was actually the first. I follow fashion. I follow fashion culture and sneaker culture. So when Brother Man hats first came out, I really dug that, and it was something from Chicago, and it was something to give us an identity. And then you saw it on like shows like In Living Colors, which was really big. What else? It was on Martin.
Yeah,
Living Single. And really, actually, Living Single, there was a character that always wore a different Brother Man hat on like every show. And kind of like a back history on that, he actually wore a hat that Mustafa used. Well, I designed a logo for our group Clout, and Mustafa used the logo that I designed and put it on a Brother Man hat. So it made us as B-boys like feel real good about that being, or our crew being on TV represented like that. So big ups Brother Man and Afroware. It was a big thing back in the 90s for us.
Yeah, and and it kind of just brings it back to the broader picture of what Midway is. It's like, it's a documentary film, and it's a film that will be coming out hopefully sooner than later for everybody to see, because I know a lot of people are excited for it. But it's an archival project, and it's a big thing. We say it all the time, but I feel that we can't say it enough that, like, unfortunately, we can't fit 200 people into a documentary film. So we did our interviews last night, or last Thursday was interviews. We did 232 now interviews we've done, and So, you know, we're covering all bases of everything. Cause like I said, you know, I mean, Mustafa Rocks is his own, you know, DJ and all the other stuff that he does, but we're also, you know, we cover the fashion element and that kind of stuff too. So we're covering as much as we can possibly cover with that. So again, to those that watch and pay attention to what we're doing, if we haven't interviewed you yet, one, if we told you we're interviewing you, we are interviewing you, so just be patient. And two, if we haven't reached out to you yet, just reach out to us. You don't need to go off on the boards and on social media. You just need to say, yo, what's up with me? And we'll check it out.
That sounds simple enough.
It's very simple.
It is.
But I got, you know, we've done a lot, and we're coming up. So December here is, I don't know the official day, but it was December 4 years ago when I started doing my little outline for the project. So Midway has officially been in progress for 4 years now.
So Midway birthday is 4 years.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. We need to have birthday cake for Midway. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I started like writing down my notes and stuff like that, and then it was early to mid-January when Kevin and Kevin Beecham and Risky and myself had the first meeting to start talking about how we're gonna put all this together. Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. When did you come along in the process, Sean? That was soon. I mean, you were soon, but
it was like right after that, I think.
Yeah.
Like I think I might have been there for the second meeting.
Yeah. So and our latest edition is B-Boy B. So, you know. So yeah, we're still doing it. We're doing it with a very small team and no budget. Unfortunately.
Say that last part again. With what?
No budget.
No budget.
Let me rephrase that. That's actually not the right terminology.
Sure.
We have a budget. We have a couple different budgets. We just haven't funded that budget.
Nice.
So that's one thing that we've been working on. But if anybody wants to help, it's it is the what is it they call it? The season of giving. So if anybody wants to help out, you can go to patreon.com, patreon.com. And basically what that is like a monthly kind of subscription to Midway content. And we try to, I will take the full blame here that I haven't updated it as much as what I wanted to over the past few weeks. I got a lot of updates that are actually coming this week. So now would be the perfect time for those to get into it. But yeah, for like $3 a month, you can get see videos and read blogs and do all kind of cool stuff there. And of course we got a bunch of Midway merchandise. We got a bunch of t-shirts and stuff up on our page at Threadless, which is midwaydoc.threadless.com. And we got a few more designs coming here soon as well. So we got a bunch up there now, more coming. With all that being said, let's get to our guest tonight. Duro, sir, how are you?
I'm good. Good.
Nice to see you. What's that?
I put on a hat.
He didn't want me to be alone. Thanks, brother.
It's changing hats like Sean Doe, Sean Dizzy.
We're not.
I want to wear different hats.
That's
I'm a
right.
man of many hats. I have hats and I wear them well.
You do wear them well. I don't know what it is, but we all go through those. Like I wore hats for a long time.
My high school African American history teacher told me I look like a duck when I wear a baseball hat, and I should never wear baseball hats. And every time I put one on, like this whole I feel like I'm gonna vomit, and I have to take it off. My point of this story is to let you know, as a high school teacher, watch what you say to kids.
That's
You'll
right.
fuck them up for the rest of their life.
That's right.
If you say the wrong thing.
Cool.
Sounds like he said it on purpose is what I'm thinking.
It was a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what you
I
did.
see. Yeah.
So what we don't talk a ton of Midway with with the guests, but for some people, I like to ask, like we did your interview. I can look it up. I don't remember when that was, but it's been a couple of years now since we did your interview. But I know, like, you being around as long as you have, and being a historian basically yourself with that kind of stuff. Like, what do you see? What do you think of Midway from when we first started talking to you about it and brought you in, to kind of what you see, kind of happening now?
My thing is this. I've been down since I heard about it. My whole thing is, if you're not going to film your own shit, why diss someone who is filming it, no matter who they are? Because it's better to be on the boat and take the ride than be like on the side mad, but then watching the boat take off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of hate, and it's like, why? You ain't doing shit yourself. You know what I mean? And it's always been a problem. I want to say in Chicago, but I think it's really a global thing. Like, people just hate. It's like, what are you hating for? Right.
Yeah. I got to say, for the most part, we've been really good to get a lot of love from a lot of people in this thing. There hasn't been a ton of pushback.
And I guess I shouldn't call it hate, because it's not always hate. It's a reluctance. Right. It shouldn't be reluctance. It should just be like, what are you going to lose? A half an hour? I spent a half an hour with you guys, and then you guys go do what you're going to do. And I'm not stupid. I know the documentary isn't about me. It should be, but it's not. And I understand. So I know I'm not going to be half an hour of the finished product. But I'm shooting for this. I'm like, you suckers can get 1 minute. I want 5. Right. That's why I wear many hats. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I understand it's going to be edited down, but I want my little piece to be included, because it's important. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And that's why I think, like, the archive is so important, because there's a lot of stuff that we're working on behind the scenes. Like, if anybody wants to go to our website, which is midwaydocumentary.com, you can go to the cast page and see everybody that we've interviewed so far. There's a few updates from our recent interviews we got to put up there, but you can see everybody that we update. So anybody who's like, who are they really talking to? They're not getting the real story. They're not doing. Just take a look. Take a look at who we've been talking to.
My whole thing, like, ever since I've been asked to start documenting, like, my involvement in it, is to make people understand it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? There were so many people who I came across that I worked with, so many teams I was part of. Like, I might have stepped out to the front. Behind me, man, were like some serious players and people who really believed in what I was trying to do. From Big Lip to WGBL to He Who Walks Three Ways. I started out. Well, they became Kinetic Order, but Rob and Free and the people over at Art Institute, it was always a group behind me or with me that pushed it further and further. So it wasn't just like Duro did this, Duro did that. It was like with good team members. There you go.
For sure. And that's how Midway is coming together. It's coming together with good, with good team members. And another thing that I don't think we stress quite enough is the fact that this is made by Chicago hip hop for Chicago hip hop. This isn't a LA, production team coming in here trying to, take advantage of how hot Chance the Rapper is. This is a team of people that came up in Chicago hip hop doing many different things.
Wearing many different hats.
Wearing many different hats.
That's the theme tonight.
Yo, that hat is bananas, bro. Oh, it's a 555 soul.
This is old and it was free. Boy, I remember using the free shit like it was going out of style.
So, a quick couple of shout outs. We got J Norm 606 tuning in. What's up, Jay? And Mr. Therapy, Omar. What up, dude?
Omar.
Yeah.
Omar, should I tell him about the last time I saw you?
Oh, what did you do, bro?
I think this is a story that people want to probably hear.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put him out there like that.
Omar
and his brother are blessed souls. and they throw a barbecue once a year, and they turn out for people. Yeah. So like, woo, it was going on. That was a good barbecue until.
Nice. Big ups, Omar. He's a longtime friend of mine too. So
Beat Monsters.
What's up, Big O? Like when he changed his name to his last name that he had, I was just like, oh, like why do we have to call you this?
Nipples the Pimp?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't like to say it?
Yeah, it's just something about.
I do prefer therapy better.
Yeah, therapy is a better name. Yeah.
So so kind of not. So you've got a deep background. Let me fix my camera. So you've got a deep background, obviously. So for those who don't know, give us a quick little rundown of your history with Chicago hip hop.
All right, look,
the abridged version.
I'm going to try to tell the story real quick. I'm old. I graduated in 85. In 85, we were listening to HPK. That's how it started. HPK pretty much sealed the deal for me. Now, I don't remember the dates. I'm bad with dates, but I know after I graduated, I moved up north. I was working at the Riviera, learned a little bit about clubbing, and that led into throwing my own parties. The first one was at Lizard Lounge, Sunday night. I did an open mic format copying what the poetry people were doing. But instead of poetry, it was hip hop. Come do your song. We charged $1. And we did that for one summer. Then we moved over to Lizard Lounge, thanks to Blackfish, PJ, Lee Jones, who ran the Lower Links. My crew at the time was Lori, Rapture, Be Cool to Be, my man Ron, Chris, Continuity, and I can't remember Chris's names though. Marguerite, Paris, rest in peace to Paris. We did the Lower Links. It was the $3 Sunday hip hop show.
Yep.
Every Sunday, we were getting hundreds of kids from all over the city coming down. People were, and it wasn't, I mean, this is pre-internet, so it wasn't like we were posting every week and letting people know. It was word of mouth, strictly. Checked it out, you need to go down there. And whole crews would come down. You know, you had All Natural crew coming down from the South Burg. You had Juba had his own crew with Mr. Greenweeds, Reg Knock from Dem Dare. You had, of course, like Twilight Tone. You had Ill State. You had Riot and his boys. The God Squad. You had Freddie Rodriguez. And Wood. Wood used to come down. He was Fruits of the Mind, I think, was his group. And it was just something. It was different, you know. And it was a moment in time. It'll never be another one like it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But that's not me. That's everyone that was involved.
For sure. How long did that run?
It only ran a year. A year.
Was it only? Oh, I was gonna. I thought it was like 2. But okay.
Yep, but it was a good year. Like it was every day for every Sunday for a year.
Well, that's even more impressive, the impact that it made than it was for a year, because I knew it wasn't long, but
it wasn't long at all.
It was longer than a year, so that's insane. What's your favorite highlight from those shows?
From Lower Links?
Yeah.
It was a lot of them. Like, it was one. I won't name names, but those who were there know who was. It was this one big fight, and some scissors was pulled, and everyone tried to run out of this basement at once, and then and then when WGN came down and filmed, that was Chicago's very own. Mm-hmm. That was dope. That was real dope. You know, that was like an acknowledgement from Chicago about Chicagoans that, you know, especially in a city that really didn't, I mean, it wasn't about hip hop at all at that time. So to be included and let people know that we were doing this, that was a big thing to me, for me.
So after the WGN, after that ran, did you get more people coming?
No, I was already packed by then.
Oh, wow.
And the last one, it's like there's a video that I have where he starts filming downstairs for the last night, and then he goes outside, and it's packed, crowded in this little basement, and then he goes outside at the very end, and you look around, and the whole street. Then I think that same night, the Cubs did something, they won something, so they let out, and it was owning him out in the streets. And it was like this big celebration for the last night of Lower Links, but it's really about the Cubs.
Therapy says one of his favorite memories is Aztec versus Twista.
Yep, they sure did go at it, and I didn't know either one of them at the time. And I'm like, all right, and then I found out like that was like something that had been brewing, and also Disco versus Clado was down there.
Wow.
Too. Yeah, that was, man. You got a lot of people who had kind of knew each other, but really hadn't interacted with each other. You know,
That's dope.
That's
dope.
That was the golden thing about Lower Links, I think, is that it was all city. You know, definitely all city.
Yep.
What's good? I'm glad you said that, so we can ask Clado about this when we interview him. So we got him locked on the interview real soon. So that's big for us over here at Midway.
It's on the if you go to the Lower Links page, there's a little snippet of them dancing. And
nice.
A little hype man thing. A Clado disco or something like that, I would say. I can't
nice.
Remember. But yeah, that was actually on the film, so that was cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Big ups to my man Source who got us in touch with Clado. Source is a big he's a big help, man, getting me in touch with people. So yeah, big up Source.
Dope. Yeah. I haven't been to the page in a minute, but that first photo has got a really, really young Freddie Rodriguez right there.
Freddie was young and little. And then, you know, we did a show at Smart Bar. I did the first ever Common Sense show in Chicago, I think, at Smart Bar. There was no one there. But we performed Children of Reality, Common, of course, and a few other groups. We didn't do very well at all. I mean, it was too early, you know, to pull the city into something like that.
I was there, Duro.
You were there? See that?
Yeah, I was there.
Remember that? You know, and it was literally the first one, and I think Jesse did the next one, and his was packed.
Yep.
More, he just did it right. I didn't do it right. It was my first big show too, and but I'm glad to say I was the first. You know what I'm saying? But I think I hosted Jesse, so that counts too.
Yeah. There's another hat switch. Look out.
You know, I just have a bag of hats over here to the side.
I'm real sad that Risky's not here tonight because we're not getting you to do your action figure wars.
And he don't want none of that. He don't want none of that. Most of mine are packed away right now. But just a little bit on the dresser, I would hurt him. Look, I'll just show you one. Just show you one. You can't touch this. This is one of my greatest finds. Can you see that? Muhammad Ali versus Superman.
Oh,
wow.
That's one of my best ones.
I remember the comic. I didn't.
Yeah, and
I don't remember seeing that.
The box is set up to look just like the cover of the comic. I came across that and was like, I must have. I show it to you, it's like I've never seen that before, so that's a definite winner.
That's dope.
All right, and then you know, so after Lower Links, we did I did a lot of stuff. I like to take credit for helping LitX and Triple X get started on the corner. You know, I pretty much was the king of that corner.
Yep.
And then of Damon and
Milwaukee,
North Avenue, and Milwaukee. I consider myself the king of that corner. I did Red Dog. I did it on Wednesday first, and then later Saturdays, and Saturdays was just out of control. You know, not out of more urban than hip hop, but definitely we kept it true. And we had, you know what? It's crazy. Is the first night there, Common performed. Our first Saturday night, Common came down and performed with BET, and that is like, you know, I love little circles in life, you know, and that was another little circle. So if I die, he's gonna have to perform at my funeral to complete that circle. So yeah, so I did that. I worked at Beat Parlor in Wicker Park, right down the street from there.
Yeah, I remember Beat Parlor. I want to because I'm seeing the old WGN piece there from Lower Links in their first starting a store, which Beat Parlor. I miss that place.
Yeah, I do too. It was a good thing, you know, while it lasted. Like,
yeah,
it brought the community together, and what I liked is it was house, and not house like just Southside house, but global house. So you had like some of the biggest names in house DJing at the time coming through, and as well as all the hip hop kids. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a mingling place for that. Yeah, that was good times. Definitely good times. Big shout out to all the Beat Parlor, Massive, Diz, and I shouldn't do this because I'm bad with names, but Jeff, Shazik, Vanessa, Howie, Sinbad. And again, it goes back to that team. You know, it's always a team. Get yourself a team.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do something, you are not going to do it on your own. Get yourself a team. I say that. I mean that. That's the truth. If you got a team, you can do anything. And if that team is on the same page behind you, if you don't accomplish this, the next thing you do, you will accomplish. Oh, you want to know another thing too? Southside is ripe right now. When I started throwing parties, you couldn't go south. It wasn't no going south. They didn't want you. You wasn't going to get up in there. I'm starting to notice more and more kids are doing things south. Man, you patrons have to understand it's time for you to come south and enjoy that music there. Northside's been done to death. Come south. It's time. And any young promoters trying to do something, go south. These places they want to make money. Go south. You know? That's my little nugget of wisdom.
Smart for the old heads to go south too. Jeez.
Oh yeah, everybody. I mean, it's a different city. Well, I mean, of course, it's a different city from when we came up. That's obvious. Mm-hmm. But it's also on other levels too. Like even the entertainment game is different now. You know, like I see more stuff being done south, and I personally like it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, once Wicker Park changed 3 times over and then turned into what it is now, like there's no reason for, you know, the only reason for hip hop in Wicker Park is basically 606. And after that, what else is going on for hip hop in that area? Like, you know, you got, you know, it's I tell people that this right now, the time that we live in, is the hype beast culture. So it's a lot of hype in Wicker, and it pushed like the culture to the sides. So I mean, we still do an 80s 90s night at Emporium, but you know that fits for Emporium. But what, you know, where does hip hop fit in Wicker Park anymore? You know what I mean? Like, where does it fit in hip? I mean, if it's not 606, then what is it?
Yeah, they just closed down Red Dog, or what used to be Red Dog.
Yeah, that was sad.
They shut it down, like the whole thing is getting renovated. I don't know what's going in there. So.
Yeah, I heard they're going to put a bank, and they're going to rent it out.
Wow.
Another bank across the street from a bank.
Hey, banks make money when they go next to each other. That's a money-making neighborhood.
It is.
You see, I put on my headphones, so I look like DJ Sean Doe now.
we all strive to be DJ Sean Doe.
They ain't even connected to shit. I just got them on because I was.
That's right.
I'm in the headphone crew, and I do what I do.
Oh, y'all got problems.
Trying to keep up with these young boys out here. Hey, you know I turned 50 this year.
Get out of here, bro.
Lord.
Ooh.
We got to have a party. A real party on the South Side.
You guys missed it.
What?
At the beginning of the last month. I kept it on the DL, on the low.
You silly.
On the low. Couldn't let everybody know, no.
That's right.
I move on to the 40s in a couple of months.
Little young
buck, right?
Bastard. I move out of the 40s.
Oh man, I forget what I was gonna say something, but I forget.
So yeah, that we were talking about me, my favorite subject.
We had just got off a beat parlor, and
look, let me take this time to tell you, Ange Zone is my motherfucking favorite MC.
Nice.
Ange, if you're not watching, you miss me saying that fact.
Well, it's recorded now, so.
I used to say she's my favorite female MC, and now I was like, that's fucked up. Now you say she's my favorite MC in Chicago. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. So now, Ange 13 is my favorite MC. Period.
Yeah.
That girl's a beast. Like, when if you at a show and she's gonna flow, you're gonna get your money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time. Consistently, see my finger? Consistently.
She was she just killed it Saturday night at the
every time.
well, yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. It's like
even the mics are bad,
the
speakers are bad, the stage is bad, but Ange is always good. Mark my words.
So
I like the rest of y'all too, but Ange is my favorite.
So where was Ange at, Ryan?
She was at so Beat was there for he and I were there for a little bit. Columbia College Chicago just started this last quarter. They started their minor in hip hop studies.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down there and talk to them. Shameless plug. Amina. You know, people get murals on walls of them,
right?
And they just forget their friends. Don't forget your friends, Amina and Chris. Don't forget us. But congratulations on that ramen static joint, because that shit is free.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's one of the best murals I've seen. Like, it's amazing.
It was dope. I didn't even hear anything about it coming to fruition or happening. And all of a sudden, it was like, oh, here's this giant mural with Chris and Amina, and there's going to be, I believe, isn't it going to be a series of walls, or a series, like it's not just Chris and Amina. There's a series, there's a story to it too. Nice. But I forgot what it was. But back to Columbia real quick. So dope that they kicked off. So the thing Saturday night was just kind of like a celebration of them putting the minor. Making it live, making it real. And it was cool. They had a little VIP thing like an hour before that B and I went to, and Grayson was there, and Amani was there. B, I can't remember if Sean, were you with us? Because Risky and I were part of the first couple of meetings there. I can't remember. Did you go with or not?
No, I came with you guys later. I didn't go with you to those meetings.
So yeah, so Risky and I were we were part of the first few meetings of this kind of like this, the talking over and developing that the minor and hip hop there, just kind of what direction they wanted to go and that kind of stuff. I mean, there was a lot of people there. There was probably, I don't know, a committee of 25 or 30 or so that showed up. Kingdom Rock was there. There's a ton of people there. So so it's cool to it's just cool to see it in motion. And one of the big backers of it too was Lupe Fiasco's sister Aisha, who she was there, super cool girl. So yeah, it was a good time, and of course, Microphone Misfits performed, and I mean they had dancers there, and Steph Skills was she's painting. So if anybody's been to Columbia at what is that, 1104 South Wacker there, like where they have kind of that big room where they do events and stuff like that. So the one wall to the to the west, Steph is doing a mural on that entire wall. And she's doing like an astrological sign thing. And she's putting in some hip hop artists that have passed and current. She's going to go, it's a whole thing. And that's going to be super, super dope when that's done too.
Was she working on it while you guys were doing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Big up Steph.
Yeah, so I'm not sure when it's going to be done, or if there's a projected date, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool. But anyway, I definitely wanted to mention that. How do you guys feel about that? The fact that now, Columbia, who's got such a big part in Chicago hip hop history, but the fact that they're actually, helping to legitimize the culture by getting a degree in it now.
Well, it's a minor.
It's a minor, but I'm just saying, just to have not just have like that one-off class.
Yeah.
It's you can actually
accredit it.
It's the field of study. So
better late than never. How about that?
Yeah. Is that a positive or a negative for the culture?
Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I think it matters. But it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's cool, but it doesn't change anything in the streets, son. In the streets, son. You understand? We're still doing it in the streets.
That's right.
I totally get what you're saying, because I mean, all of us here, it doesn't change how we go about what we're doing and anything that we've done in the past, and anything that we're going to do in the future. I like it from a standpoint that it's helping. It helps legitimize it enough to where people can take it more serious, and it's not just a kids thing. It's not just
what it is. I just saw this video Steve Bravo posted about this Asian guy who he had retired. He wanted to learn. He wanted to paint, but he was cheap. He didn't want to buy painting supplies. So he was like, man, there's got to be a way I can do it on a computer. But he was cheap. He didn't want to buy painting programs or apps. But he did it with what he had, and he did it with Cell, I think, or some shit. And his paintings are sick. And it's like, dude, that program is not meant to paint with. But this dude is painting beautiful, beautiful paintings with it. And it's like, that's what hip hop is. It's like my favorite story is De La Soul made their first album on a 4-track recorder. I went to New York and I visited Gravity at his mother's house. And he's like, yo, these are my boys. And they were making beats on a fucking foot pedal as a sampler.
Wow.
Nothing. Mm-hmm. You make something. And it's like, that's what those kids in Africa, they're taking garbage. And they're like, this kid took garbage and he built a nuclear reactor. It's like, that's what hip hop is. It's not like a study of that shit. It's like, yo, go do that shit. Do it with what? Whatever's around you. Anything. We regurgitate shit. We didn't have musical training. We learned how to use samplers, sampled the music that was there, regurgitated that shit back into a hot-ass track and a hot-ass song, That's what we do. You can't teach that shit. That shit is like, it's in the genes. Either you can or you can't. Either you understand or you don't. So it's nice that they're teaching it. It's nice the kids are learning about it. Because you always need historians, you always need to gather the history of that shit. Doing it, it's always going to be some kid who pushes the level. Now they're recording whole fucking albums on iPhones. You know what I mean? I got a phone. It's like, who does that? We do.
I think the best part of teaching is, because there's been a disconnect between us as the elders and the children, I think that we need to bring them up to speed on what hip hop is. And I think it's kind of like a double-edged sword. But at the same time, you do get those kids, like when we were speaking at Columbia, you do get those kids that are really interested in learning what the rules are and what hip hop is versus what they're being exposed to. They know something is wrong. They're like, oh, like.
No, but you know what? Nobody came to us and was like, yo, let me bring you up to speed on jazz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
That's true.
jazz is still here. Hip hop is here.
Yeah.
Little shit, whatever it is. My daughter listens to some crazy shit. My daughter listens to some good shit. So it's just like I listen to shit my dad didn't like, and I listen to the shit he liked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I guess I've just gotten to a point like it is what it is. You can't help it, and I'm tired of talking about it. Yeah. I just pick and choose what I like. If they make something I like over there, hey, I like that one. All right, what's that? I ask my daughter all the time, what are you listening to? Who is that? You know, and then if it borrows from elements of my world, I'd be like, yo, you know, you need to hear the original of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let them do what they're gonna do. They, you know, we can't force our thing on them. Half of what they're doing is our fault anyway. You know?
Yep.
You can't talk about drugs and be mad that the kids is talking about drugs.
Yeah.
You can't sag your pants and then be mad that the kids is
sagging worse.
You know? Everything they doing is like the shit we did times 10 without any of the good shit. But if we hadn't done the bad shit in the first place, they wouldn't be over, except for, well, it's some of that shit they got on their own. I don't have nothing to do with that. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Wash my hands of that. But the rest of it comes straight from the stuff we did without like the consciousness part of it. They don't care about that.
No.
But why should they? You know, the America shows that shit don't mean nothing. They don't care. Look who our president is. Why should
it's definitely not just a hip hop thing, that's for sure.
No.
That's for sure. What up, Aloe? DJ Aloe is checking in.
Aloe. Garden music.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He says he's checking in. Duro Wicks is the truth.
Aloe is the truth. And look, anybody that Steve Bravo says is dope as hell, if Steve Bravo tells me something, I do it. Y'all don't know how I get down. I follow Steve. All right. Steve Bravo says Aloe is on point. I'm an Aloe fan.
That's right. Steve don't even say words really. So if he says
when he speaks, man, you better listen.
That's right.
E.F. Hutton. I've known Steve for a long time. I've known Steve since Lower Lakes. Steve got me kicked out of house once. Steve has lived with me. That's my man, 50 grand. But I have seen Steve will say something to me like, yo, the next thing is going to be Blasie's kid. And he'll forget about it. And I'll remember, and a year later, I'll look up and be like, damn, that was what Steve said. I listen to Steve.
That's right. Speaking
He's
of...
listening to me now. So he don't know I'm saying this. But I listen to Steve.
Speaking of Steve, he needs to do his interview. So, Steve, yes. when you watch this in your, I can see Steve in a robe at home watching this. When you watch this, bro, you need to do your interview, bro. Bravo, come do your interview. The children need to know.
Now, y'all need to. He got stories. Trust me.
I know he do.
Yeah. We've been trying to get him for a minute.
That ain't what he told me, so now I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him about himself.
That's right. That's right.
How we doing, Ryan?
We're doing good. I'm checking people here. I'm doing a little bit of everything. You're sorry. I'm a little all over.
Hey, Duro, I'm waiting for you to pull out a Project Roots hat.
You know what? I got one, but it's in the closet. No, if I went in the closet, Madison! Hold on. Let me get my little helper in here. Miss Madison. Then she'll come help me out. Can you? It's in the closet.
Uh-oh.
This is my daughter, Madison, everyone. I didn't put you on the camera. Don't worry.
She is helping you be a man of many hats.
Oh, yeah. Y'all. Oh yeah, boy. Let's start with this one.
Ooh, now that's
Slick
history.
Clouds.
You need to donate that one to the archives, bro.
For my man Mustafa.
Yeah, that's the original Afro. Yep.
The king of that corner. The Triple X joint.
Wow.
Up. Who got big lips joint?
Oh, you had it made. That's
dope. We had our own hat.
That's dope.
I remember the shirts. I don't remember seeing a hat before.
Yo, if this hip hop shit fail, the McDonald's joint. No doubt. No doubt.
You smell like French fries.
Yo, see, and I keeps it real. Camouflage Buddha Lounge joint.
Damn.
Wow. Look at all that Chicago history on hats.
The blue and red slicks joint.
Yo, Howie's jealous right now. You know he's jealous.
Oh yeah, we did a P&B night. Remember P&B?
Yeah, proud Nubian Nation.
This hat fits nice. Yeah, boy. That's a nice hat.
Post no bills.
So yeah, then there's another GBL hat. Another Afro wear hat. Y'all see that one? Oh, here we go. Thought I was lying, didn't you, B? Keeps it real.
There it is.
Project Roots. Damn.
Nigga, I am Chicago hip hop.
That's right.
Walk your ass down memory lane with a bill.
Yeah, I think you might have SP beat on old school hats for Chicago, because I know he got some too.
Tell him let's battle.
Yeah, I think you and Sunil should hat battle.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I told you I don't even wear baseball hats. That's why I still got them. You see what I'm saying? If I wore them, I would have left them somewhere.
Yep.
Or
some girl would have took one.
Yep.
Because I put them away. I wore one time, put them away, still got them. Call my daughter, hey, pull those out. Go in the vault.
We're gonna need a wing in the archive just for Duro's hats.
Hey, while we speaking about archives, let me put this out there. This is my dream and my goal, and I'm gonna manifest it right now. Those of you who know I collect black action figures. My goal is to get them archived at the Stony Island Arts Bank building on 67th and Stony Island. Theaster Gates. You know Theaster, tell him, man, you need to get this man's collection over there before I die. Because I want to go see him before I die.
Yeah.
My dream is to end up in the Smithsonian with a display of black action figures of mine and other brothers I've met across the country who are doing the same thing, because I think it's an important aspect of our story here in America, how we've been depicted in toys and how that it was bad, then it was better, then it was little, then it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about to blow up. I mean, it's about to be about 15, 20 Black Panther dials and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So, and we're in a real interesting time because it's just important, you know. It's important, and it's a vision that I had, and I just told you how I need your help. I want to be in the Arts Bank, and I want to be in the Smithsonian. Arts Bank before I die, Smithsonian before we all die. There we go. The African American Smithsonian, not just the Smithsonian, the African American Museum at the Smithsonian, I think, should have that. Those pieces.
That's an amazing place, bro. I got a chance to go.
What Duro dreams about now? That's what I dream about.
Yeah. I'll actually talk to. I got some museum friends. I'll talk to them about that Smithsonian thing. On the real.
That's one of my. I haven't taken a vacation in a while, but that's one of one of the top couple things on my list is to get back to
I heard it's hard
DC
to
just to
get
check
into
that
it.
out.
Once you get there, it's really crowded.
So basically, you have to wake up early in the morning to try to get online and get tickets.
Yeah.
And the tickets go like this. And then when we got there, luckily I knew somebody. Yeah. Yeah.
See? Jealous.
Yeah. I have a friend who works in actually my I have somebody who works in the museum, I guess, field, and she walked me in. But no, this is I don't want to say who it is, but she's family. So but the line was like they had like 5 sneaker releases. So it was, and it's every day since they've opened, they have a huge line waiting to get in. And if you go, you're gonna spend all day there, and the day will go by fast. The best thing that I can tell you to do is when you go downstairs first and then work your way up.
We'll have to talk offline so you can tell me what your hookup is, and we can get that.
That's
actually,
right.
That's all right. I know who it is. But, we got Amina checking in. What's up, Amina? And Griffin, the immortal Griffin, also checking in.
Yo, what is that Black Panther joint?
Wait, what?
The shirt?
Oh, that. Oh, no, the figure. I didn't see that come up. It got cropped off.
Yeah, the figure.
From there. The figure that you got.
Oh, yeah. That was just that was a Christmas gift from my wife and daughter.
Nice. Hold it up.
They're gonna let me take it off the backing.
Hold it up.
It's dope. A big one. It's the 1-footers.
Yeah.
He's dusty.
Sick. Okay.
What's your most prized figure that you have, or what was the one that was the hardest to find?
The Dilla Donuts joint. Sean, you got that one, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of them.
And then my wife, she doesn't fully understand like why I do it, but she supports me. And when the Django came out, she went and got me Stephen. No way. Because I had just been reading about how they were going to discontinue it. People were charging crazy prices. Then like the next day in the mail, Stephen came. Still in the box. It's like, yeah, that's dope. That was the dopest one. The dopest gift she's ever gotten me, and the dopest.
Yeah. If you go online right now, I'm pretty sure that's like $500-600 easy.
And it's dope because like she could have got the Django, she could have got all those, any one of those others. She got the right one. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you got Stephen. Oh.
Speaking of Django, did you see the news that came over today or tonight, this evening, that apparently Tarantino and J.J. Abrams are teaming up for a Star Trek movie?
I hate Tarantino, so I'm not that.
What? What's the matter with you?
Tarantino does some weird things, but
dude to me makes movies just so he could use the N-word, and I'm like, no, I'm straight. His movies are okay, it's all right. It was all right.
That Western was good.
It was all right. It was all right. He killed off a whole black family before the movie even started. Yeah, it's all right.
I can respect that.
His motives are not always. It's something to him, and I haven't been able to put my finger on it, but something ain't right. It's just like you knew something was wrong with Kevin Spacey. You just didn't know what it was. How you know? You know what I'm saying? Give it time. What is done in the dark shall come to the light. That's why I stay in the dark.
You see, you just did a Steve Bravo. Like it's gonna happen. 3 years, we're gonna be like, we got this on tape.
Griffin says you're tripping. Tarantino's got some gems.
Yeah.
So that's
and
what
that's my whole thing is I got opinions that nobody else. I mean, I got to stay off the internet, else I'll just be arguing with motherfuckers. That's why I don't even say nothing. Because I know, I'll be like, no, that's some bullshit. Like that thing about the Punisher. I didn't like the Punisher. Punisher's not dope. Deadpool is not dope. You know? Leave motherfucking the DCEU alone. It's okay. They're making okay movies. You know, just be happy you got a movie. Remember, we didn't get nothing back in the day. Ungrateful bastards. Motherfuckers forget what the first Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. looked like with Hasselhoff. You know, this new shit is the bomb.
Yeah, we should gang up and go see the Black Panther.
Thanks for having me, man. This is nice. I forget how nice it is to talk. Like, most of the people I talk to now, because I'm on dialysis, I got to go in the morning. They're like 80 and up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like around a bunch of old people. It's nice to talk to younger guys. Hey, I like this.
Yeah, we should figure out. Gang up and go see the Black Panther, bro.
You guys missed out. I told. Well, Omar knows. Not that Omar, the other Omar.
Okay.
That it was originally scheduled to come out on my birthday weekend, and I was going to buy a theater and do a showing. I was going to buy one whole showing and have a party there. Wow. And then they went and got the rights to Spider-Man and fucked up the whole place. It's okay if I cuss, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, thank you for asking first.
Lions over there on the button, like, beep, beep. But yeah, they buying Spider-Man fucked up the whole plan, and I was like, man, that sucks. That sucked. That really, because they had to move it back 6 months because of Spider-Man, and so birthday weekend that Thor shit opened up, and we all know that was a piece of crap. Oh no, it was good. Ah!
I didn't see it yet.
It was garbage.
Okay.
It was not garbage.
You know what? If I wanted to go to a fucking comedy, I would have gone to a comedy.
I don't disagree with you on that.
And I'll go even deeper. The whole battle arena storyline is the wackest shit comics do. Who cares? Oh, they're in a big arena and they got. How many times have you seen that?
That's just to
over and over. It's like a writer's crutch. It's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Well, let's have an arena part where they have to fight in the arena to see who's best, but they can't die. I know, right? So they get really hurt, and then come on, man, that's stupid shit. Stupid shit, and they do it in so many different stories, and it's not a good story. It's not a good. What's the word I'm looking for here? Vehicle, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a waste of my time. How about that? Champion, Battle of the Champions, Battle Royale. Who cares? Write a good story that has action in it, and I'm straight. I might laugh a little, but don't make it a fucking comedy. Everything's a comedy. Deadpool, Guardians of the Galaxy. Ooh, it was so funny.
Kingdom said that you should run out of theater like you guys did for Compton. Is that straight out of Compton? I don't remember that.
But I didn't expect much from Straight Outta Compton. You know what I'm saying? And then the saddest thing is the one scene I wanted to see, they cut out of the movie.
Which part was that?
What scene was that?
The one when they were getting on the bus and he was like, you can't take those with you. And he had a bag of guns. That wasn't in the movie, but it was in the trailer.
Oh, wow.
And I hate when movies do that, you know? Don't show me some hype shit that you put on the cutting room floor. If you cut it, it's a reason. Don't show it in the trailer to get me in the movie.
You hear this, Ryan? You hear this now, Ryan? We can't. We can't.
Now I can't put anything out before because it's gonna change so much.
Yeah, it might get cut.
You know what you guys gonna do? You're gonna just show me cracking it up. You're like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a badass movie, and then you cut me out.
Yeah.
They did that with Star Wars Rogue One. There was a ton of stuff in those trailers that never ended up in the movie.
Right. Yeah,
but Rogue One ended up still being a dope film.
Yeah, but I don't like when they do that. I think that's cheating. If you're gonna cut it, cut it. Don't cut it and then use it for something later or earlier, actually, you know? The only one that's different is that Justice League, because they totally redid the whole movie. You know, but so that one I kind of like, okay, I understand why they did it. But the Straight Outta Compton one, that was a dope concept. Like, this motherfucker trying to bring guns on the road.
Now I got to look for this trailer because I haven't seen it.
It's been a while since I don't remember that.
You can look for it.
Kingdom wants to start putting plans together to run out of theater for Black Panther.
I'm sure someone's going to do it, you know, but it's also Valentine's weekend when that comes out.
Oh.
My wife says she ain't going.
Couples only.
Oh.
Duro the Critic. Hey, Duro, you remember No Problemo? Play Your Demo?
Yep.
He's always been a critic,
guys. I did an demo on there, didn't I?
I can't remember. You did a lot of them.
Man. I still had those demos. I just can't find them now. They might show. You know, I got boxes because we moved to New York and back, so I got boxes all over the place. So I found some stuff that I had, and you know, I fucks with Kevin Beecham.
Yep.
So I sent some stuff to him so that I know he's gonna get an audio archive of stuff. Like I had one of my prized possessions from back then was the Agony demo. If you remember the Agony.
We actually transferred, was it 2 The Agony songs, Sean, for Midway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are the ones I gave him.
That could have been. Were they on were they on a 1-inch or a 2-inch?
No, mine came straight from a tape that I got from his boy Joe.
Okay, we got a reel.
Oh, you got a reel?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not the one I get. Mine was from the actual demo tape. You know, the cassette. There you go. Yeah. Cassette. Wow, you got the reel. The Agony was, man, that dude was dope. He was dope back then. He was crazy as a fuck. You know? A lot of people were. I've seen a lot of dope ass groups and MCs from Chicago. You know, D-Ag, Children of Reality, the God Squad, D.A. Smart is always a beast. Sick with words, you know what I'm saying? Sick with flow, you know? The voice is Crunch, 10 Trey.
Yep.
That has one of the best voices I've ever heard in rap. Is definitely not lacking talent. And hip when it comes to, look, Fifth Element was talking about today, No ID and Kanye produced for both Common, whole albums for Common and Jay-Z. But Chicago has like some of the dopest producers, from the Mole Men to Fifth Element to me to, you know, just you go down the list of like, you know, I'm feeling DNA right now. I'm feeling
yeah, DNA's dope.
It's a couple of my cousin Treasy from the Shy. That kid is dope, but he was dope by birth, baby. It's just some dope artists, Slang, Design, Trickster. What's my man's name? I'm old, so I forget names. Don't be mad at me. But what's my man's name? One of the prettiest motherfuckers in the world. What's his name? Come on, Sean. With Slang and Trickster and
Shondo?
Orko?
No.
Orko.
Orko. There you go. Thank you, Sean. Orko. I mean, it's just, there's some dope motherfucking hip-hop people in Chicago. Don't even get me started on DJs. Timbuktu, Twilight Tone, 33 and the Third, Steve Bravo, Jesse De La Pena. You go down the list, Chicago, man, point for point could go against any city in the world, not America, the world, with premium, top-tier talent. in any of the elements of hip hop.
Agreed.
Including being an asshole. Now, Chicago is a stronghold of good, positive, creative energy. It's just sad the rest of the world doesn't really know about it, you know?
They will soon.
Yeah, we said that 20 years ago. In fact, B-Boy, were you at that meeting I had in my house?
Yes, I was.
In my apartment?
Yeah, when you lived up north.
On Division?
Yep.
You were there.
I was there, yeah.
Look, I told them, I tell this story all the time. I told them, look, it's a little fire right now. It's going to be passed to the next man. Pick it up and run with it. Look around this room. There's nothing we couldn't do on our own. This was 20 years ago. Now, granted, it's even easier now because of the internet and computers. And hell, your cell phone. These kids should be doing so much more. They're caught up in some bullshit. But the ones who aren't are going to do some amazing shit. You know, you're going to look around and some kid is going to do something and you be like, what'd he do it with? He had a fucking toothpick. He put it sideways and poked it in. My God. Most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You know, that's what's coming. That's what's coming for sure. You know, we make something, I keep telling y'all, we make something out of nothing. We ain't got nothing and we always make something.
Yep.
You know, that's what the Midway Project is. He just told you they ain't got no fucking funding. Said they got a budget. Just ain't got no money to put in the fucking budget. But he still, here we are, every motherfucking Monday night on the internet talking about this shit. Talking to this shit, talking with this shit. Because we make something out of nothing.
Manifest.
Yeah.
You know? You're a fat motherfucker, you want a shirt, they don't make shirts in your size, you're going to make your own shirts, and then you're the baddest motherfucker in the game!
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
That's dope.
I would have Puffy told you. I thought I told you that we won't stop. That's all it is. That's the definition of hip-hop. What? What? Kids is on some bullshit, so what? We still doing our thing. How many videos you see of old-ass motherfuckers, he be like, that motherfucker must be 80 years old. He'd be like, grind. This old couple, he do this, grind into some dance hall. I'm like, man, this shit is in their jeans, baby. Come on. Come on. I thought I told you that we won't stop. That's all it is. Motherfuckers think I'm crazy about that.
That's why we love you.
But it's funny because there's a lot of people that have never really heard me talk. Yeah. So when they get to hear it, it's like, that nigga crazy. So, did I cover everything?
Yeah.
Did I satisfy my contract?
Yeah, you did.
Let my children go now.
You guys have any other questions, or should we move on to this or that?
This or that?
What is this or that?
Well, usually we have some intro music to that, but our producer is not here with us tonight to play that. So basically, it's this or that, and we just asked you a couple of things, and you pick what is yours. So who wants to start?
Live mixing, like live DJing or mixtapes. Got to pick one.
I tell you what, I will not pick. Facebook Live DJing. I don't want to stop my motherfucking day to see you spin on motherfucking Facebook at 12:30 in the goddamn afternoon.
Why you talking shit about me, bro?
Do you understand me?
He's talking shit about me.
No, I'm going
live. I'm going live tomorrow, bro. At 12:30.
I'm talking to all the look. I'm talking to my house DJs, my hip hop DJs. If you're gonna do it, schedule you a time and say, people, every week, like Tony Baines, he's doing morning service on Mondays. Mm-hmm. He never gets it in the morning because that nigga don't get up that early. He shoots as close to the morning as he can. But he calls it a show. He takes it serious. Him and his guys, I love it. I know on Mondays, to expect it. But just some random like DJ so-and-so is live. I'm like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. Man, maybe he's caught in the woods and I need to send last. Let me look. Hey, Duro, check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Come on now. Not today, DJ so-and-so. I'm this, I'm that. And that shit is wick, what?
I'm going live tomorrow at 12:30, bro. I'm gonna play some crazy shit.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that was a good one.
We've got to guess this or that. Kulak Chris wants to know Spillane's or Rubber Room.
Oh, that's dirty.
It vary.
I'm trying to think if I was in a fight, whose ass could I beat? But they got crazy. No, because old boy be working out. But see, if I could beat their ass, then I'd be like, oh, I don't like them. See what I'm saying?
Right.
But since I can't beat either one, because all them niggas is crazy, except for Chris, who for asking that question is now crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I love both of them. So, and for different reasons, I love the Spillane's because they had the first underground lower links hit with Spaghetti and Biscuits. It was requested. People wanted to hear it every week. I knew some of the words back then. That shit was dope.
People still want to hear it.
Rubber Room, we recorded with them first from that period and did songs with them and their producers, Al the Wait and the Opus, those guys. So I can't put one above the other. So I'm going to put them all together and say they're both doper than me. There you go.
That's
Good
not
way
how
out of that one.
That works.
Good way out of that one because that was rough, bro.
He learned his way out. Yeah, he did. Well, I got one for you. Would you host or perform at a show? Which one you'd rather do?
You know what? If you hosting right, you're performing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And that's what a lot of people don't get about hosting.
Mm-hmm.
When I host, I'm putting on a show. And that's when I came with the Mr. Motherfucker. Can't nobody touch the Mr. Motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Hey. Woo! You know what I'm saying? I didn't just look. And then I'd be like, I'm going to tell y'all my secret. One of my secrets. When I get there for sound check, I say, sound man, put a little reverb on that for me. So then it's like, hey, motherfucker. See what I'm saying? So then now, motherfuckers will be like, yo, I want his mic. Like, no, you can't have that mic.
That's right.
But that mic ain't gonna do for you what it did for me. But it's all a show. You know what I'm saying? And that's I'm the Barnum and Bailey of Chicago hip hop. God damn.
You know what? Duro hasn't answered one this or that.
Because my son, I'm trying to tell you, life is not this and life is not that. Life is what you make it. Just make it fat.
So being a producer, coming up in the golden age of sampling and everything, James Brown or George Clinton?
Huh. See, this so how can you answer that? It depends on the mood.
He ain't answering.
But y'all trying to lock me down into some shit. There's that fuck boy is gonna catch me on the street and be like, "Oh, you took James Brown or George Clinton?" I'm like, "No, my man." I said they're both great. It depends on the time and style that I want to sample from. See what I'm saying, son? I like to try to merge them together. You know, I'm not getting caught in the trap. Fuck you.
And there it is.
First time in history that this or that has not been answered.
That's right.
Really? Other people be like co-signing on that shit?
Yeah.
Fuck that. I know how this internet shit works. It's a little hater troll out there right now waiting to catch me up. He's going to be on my page tomorrow. Oh, you don't like the motherfucking Facebook Live DJing?
You didn't like The Punisher? You didn't like Thor?
Nope. Ask me what I did like.
What do you like?
I have to think about it.
These hats that I'm wearing, and I haven't put on a hat in about 10 minutes.
And that's the problem. I can't think without a hat on.
That's right. You need another hat, bro.
Lots of shit I liked. And you know, and then the shit that I like and then I don't like at the same time, like Luke Cage. Like the first half, didn't like the second half.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Like the fact that they made it, I don't like Luke Cage. So, you know, what can I say? But I love Luke Cage. You feel me? That's why you can't this or that, because usually it's both. Luke Cage is a perfect example. Luke Cage is a bad motherfucker. But Luke Cage was also a criminal that got his powers in jail. Who wants that story? Take away the powers, the motherfucker ain't nothing but shaft. Bulletproof shaft. He can't do nothing. He can't shoot no I-beams. He can't shoot no brick wall.
Wait, that's gonna be my shit forever now. I can't shoot no I-beam.
Claws or nothing. The motherfucker just bulletproof. How many times you gonna run that same joke? Ow! Ooh, you didn't shoot me. It bounced off. Again, Luke? Again? You know, it's like, come on. That's all a brother can be in a comic. Bulletproof.
Oh.
But he looked bad with a tiara. The nigga had a tiara. Who has a tiara? Luke Cage has a tiara.
He sure does have a tiara.
No man in the history of manhood has ever put on a tiara except for Luke Cage. That's a bad motherfucker.
He can't shoot no I-beams.
He can't shoot no I-beams.
Well, as always, this was fun. So, Duro, man, thank you for taking the time to get on here and bullshit with us.
I have enlightened you young brothers on the Chicago hip hop dilemma.
By the time it's all done, we may have to do a part 2 interview with you.
Hey, motherfucker, I've been waiting 30 episodes to get this one. Every Monday, I'm like, ain't this a bitch? These motherfuckers done talk to everybody. They done talked to Julio, the janitor for Red Dog, but they ain't called my black ass. Oh, shit.
Well, now we have.
I can't shoot no fucking I-beams.
That's right.
And I'm bulletproof, son, so that bullshit bounced off of me.
Man.
Look, on the real, I applaud what you guys are doing. I believe in what you're doing. I'm always here for what you're doing. Just ask, and I'll be there.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
This is what I say. The rest of the city should always do the same. Because if you're not doing your own shit, then you ain't got nothing to complain about. And when you do your own shit, I better get a call from you like I got a call from them. And I'll be there.
You will absolutely get a call. I don't want to say that you were one of the few, you know, before we realized that this is an expansive archive thing where we're going to talk to everybody. You were on the list from day one. There was no question about that. You're always on the short list of that. So, you know, so having your support and everything, you know, that definitely means a lot to me, means a lot to all of us. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you to all the people that made me who I am. I appreciate all of you all the time. And I swear I try to carry your names wherever I go and whatever I do and let people know I didn't do anything I did alone, except for make my daughter. But I did that with my wife, so I didn't do that alone.
Word up.
I always got some help. My team is thick. My team is thick.
Well, I want to send a shout out. We had quite a few people watching tonight. So Kula, Chris, Amina, Shazam Bangles, Therapy, Kingdom Brock, DJ Allo, Griffin. Who else do we have? Jory. Man, we had a lot of people checking in. A lot of people wanting to say what's up.
I feel the love from that list. Like that's love list right there.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, let me give a shout out to my man King. Have you guys seen Kingdom 2.0? Because that brother was in the big man club with me, and he looks so good now, boy. Wow. That man is at his fighting weight. Don't fuck with Kingdom. He's at his fighting weight, y'all. Just want to shout you out, Kingdom.
So yeah, I want to, one of the try to mention some other things going on in the show. We got a few weeks left, so so people can have time to check this out. But My Wonder, Chicago Underground, they got their 3rd annual Heckle Holiday Jam coming up on December 23rd. It's from 12 to 4, Christchurch at 3253 West Wilson. So they're always looking for donations, toy donations, and a bunch of stuff. We're gonna be posting some stuff, adding that to the Midway newsletter.
Something about that?
Check that out. Yes, please.
Man, Heckle, I didn't know Heckle as well as I should have. I knew who he was. I heard about him. And the brother died, and I swear to God, I cried like a baby. And I don't know who wrote this. If you know who, tell me. But he said Heckle taught him to show other men that you love them. It's okay to love another man. Not no nasty way. Just, man, I love you. And that has been my motto, my mantra ever since that brother passed. And I just want people to know, like, this is what I took from Heck's life. And I appreciate Heck for giving that to me through this other young brother who mentioned it. And I wish to God I had built with him more. So, and I guess what I'm saying is, man, build with your brothers before they're gone.
Yeah.
We just lost my man Carla. Man, Juan, come on. Juan was one of the nicest brothers in the world.
Yeah, he was.
Nice. And I appreciate him for taking us on that journey that he took.
Yeah.
Like, what he was going through made my journey. I'm like, man, you bitching about this? Go look at Juan's video. Look at Juan's son. Yo, it put it in perspective. And it made my life a little easier, and I appreciate him for that.
Yeah, obviously he was going through everything when we when we got him in for Midway, but I'm glad that that he was down to do it, and he looked good, and he sounded good, and he was good, and had.
Did he bring his son with him when he came?
He didn't actually to the interview.
Do me this favor, because he might not make the cut, as a lot of people won't. Be a short piece. Man, try to let his son watch that.
We absolutely will.
Man loved his son.
Yes, we absolutely will. That's why I fast tracked his vignette over some other. His
name is Josiah. Let Josiah watch that.
Yep.
He needs to see his father. He needs to see his father.
No, that will absolutely happen.
He needs to know we loved his father. You feel me?
Yeah.
For sure. I want to say the thing with
I talk shit, but I make sense once in a while too. You know that.
You always make sense. I want to say the thing about Heck too, man. I didn't know him well, but whatever, we're always very cool with each other. Just because he was just such a good dude. But the first time that I met him was at Beat Parlor.
Oh wow, dope. See, I'm a catalyst, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a catalyst.
Yep.
And let me tell you, his girl, she does an excellent job with his legacy.
Yeah, shout out to My Wonder for sure.
Excellent job with his legacy.
Yeah.
Put pressure on my wife.
So with that, we're gonna wrap up. Again, Midway. Follow us on Midway. Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. All that stuff is Midway Doc. Midway DOC. You can find us on there. Go to the website and get links to our Threadless store and to Patreon if you want to help support us that way. If not, please just share and follow us. And because this is really a grassroots thing, so the more people that can share things and get things out, man, the more that we appreciate it. And with that, B-Boy B. Actually, first let me do it with our guest, Duro. If people want to follow you and get in touch with you, where can they find you at?
Oh man, I should have got my shirt out. Anywhere on the internet, just type in lowercase letters DEEYOUAREOH. That's DURO. And you'll find me anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but I ain't on no Snapchat. I'm not 13 years old. So you want to find me on Facebook? I used to be on SoundCloud. They took me off SoundCloud.
Wow.
Putting up too many illegal mixes?
I think it was because I put up the Jay-Z, I did a Jay-Z remix album. Come on, man. That album is old as fuck. Jay-Z made all the money he can make, but they were steady sweating me about it, and I think they took me off because of that.
Some of that stuff I understand. Some of it I never will understand.
It's like 2017.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be a change because nobody owns anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everything is for steal.
Right.
Ooh, that sounds like a dope ass song title.
B-Boy B, where can people find you at?
Yo, you could find me on Instagram, BBoyB_ABC, I believe. That's it. Yep.
Sean Doe?
Instagram at DJSEANDOE and Facebook under my name, Rasan Sean Doe Hawkins.
And if you're looking to follow me personally, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at 278media. The number's 278 and media. And with that, I also give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Shure, for sponsoring with us a couple of nice podcast mics and some lav mics that we use for our interviews. So shout out to Shure. And with that, we will be back next week. And until then, again, Duro, thank you again for taking the time, man. We really
Wait a second. Did you just pull the mic shit on me? You're over there with a hot ass Shure mic, and I'm talking to this fucking computer? Really? Really? That's my trick, man.
Thank you, Shure, for your line from your motive line of microphones podcasting.
You know, I'm like, man, this motherfucker sounds good. I'm like, I must sound good like that on the other ear. Oh shit, here we go. This motherfucker's tripping.
Cool. All right, everybody.
I had a great time. Thank you.
Cool. All right, everybody. Till next week. Peace.